Stoneman Ton has Middlesex on top at Lord's. Mark Stoneman's unbeaten 72 was the response Middlesex needed against a Glamorgan side who had managed just 214 in their first innings. But the hosts hadn't batted without damage, 132 for 4 at the end of the opening day, trailing now by 82. He and Simpson looked just as threatening at the resumption, their partnership effective, the visitors kept out, and Middlesex started to march ever closer to parity. With 2 off Vander Hookton, Stoneman took the value of the 5th wicket to 50 runs. Good running from the former England international. It wasn't long before he was up into the 90s, and Simpson was approaching a 50. They were forced off when rain swept across Lord's. The score, 184 for 4, and an early lunch taken. The poor weather stuck around, the match resuming more than 2 hours after they'd headed off for the break. But the delay did little for Glamorgan's fortunes, and Stoneman capitalised. 100 up with a single off James Harris. The Tons scored off 179 deliveries. Parity now in sight. Simpson had finished the first session 9 runs short of his 50. His weight, a long one, but the half-century sealed with 2 off Harris. Stoneman's long and impressive innings was finally brought to an end by Patel. Caught behind for 128. Higgins the next man in. He and Simpson were solid for what remained of the session. The score beyond 250 with an early fall. Rain would force them off the tee. Middlesex were now leading by 47. The break was prolonged, the covers on, and no play possible until approaching 5 o'clock. There was just enough time for Higgins and Simpson to go to a 50 partnership, brought up by another boundary from the Middlesex keeper. But the rain returned, the hosts 72 in front now, and from the looks of things, prospects for more Day 2 play were poor, and it was finally brought to a close under grey North London skies. A frustrating end to a productive day's play for the hosts, still in front, still pushing for that second promotion spot, but frustrated by the time taken out of the game by the weather. To be sure of the win that would see them leapfrog Glamorgan back into second place in Division 2, they'll need to make up for lost time. Their visitors certainly won't make that easy.